Dub Nation, how are we doing? C-Train and C-Train Station is back. Hey, let's have a couple news and notes before this big game. Hey, big game tonight versus the Denver Nuggets, right? Really big game. Let's get some news and notes going on, though. The Warriors have only lost one game with Jimmy Butler on the squad. Wow. That wasn't something I had anticipated. I made the claim on this channel that the Warriors were multiple moves away, that they weren't just that one move just couldn't move the needle. I was incorrect on that because I didn't. Honestly, it's like I had seen, if you look at my Twitter and everything, like I had seen Jimmy Butler play. I had commented a lot on the playoffs the last few seasons, and I love Jimmy Butler. It's like I forgot and I didn't know how good he was. I didn't know what he would do for other players, like what he would do for Pajensky, for Moody, for Quentin Post, for Kuminga. Jimmy Butler's ability offensively, defensively, and also basketball IQ-wise cannot be understated. He has been a godsend for the Warriors organization, and I just hope that they keep on winning. I hope that these wins just continue to stack and stack, because the better the Warriors will be for it. And Jimmy's just going to be happy. We really, really want that. But props to the Warriors. I didn't know that the impact that just Butler would have, and he's had it. So kudos to the Warriors organization for making that trade. Wow, though. Now we look at it, Wiggins and like a late first-round draft pick. Yes, I would do that for Jimmy Butler. Steal. Probably the best trade. Can we call it the best trade that Mike Dunleavy Jr.'s ever done? I think that we got to see where that draft pick lies, but yes. I wanted to get this video out before the next two games, and this is why. It's possible that the Dubs could lose any game, right? When you play, you have the potential to lose. However, I think that there is for sure a pretty big, it's going to be, okay, so tonight, Monday night, they have the Denver Nuggets, and then quick turnaround, and tomorrow, Tuesday, they play the Milwaukee Bucks. Back-to-back. Speaking of backs, Steph's back isn't the best right now. He has tweaked it. And I know at the end of the last game against New York, like the last foul, somebody messed with Steph's back. So, but I'm here to tell you, it doesn't. Tonight and tomorrow, it matters for the record. It matters for the playoffs and the play-in a lot, but it doesn't matter from a greater step, from almost an existential standpoint almost, but it's like, it doesn't matter because the Warriors are playing great team basketball. They're not playing good team basketball. They are playing great team basketball. So the Warriors, over the last 15 or so games, have played just as good basketball as almost any Warriors team I have seen in recent memory, including the 2022 championship team. These guys are playing great basketball. They're playing together. They're defending without fouling. And whether or not their shots are going down or not, they're giving full maximum effort. That's all we want. So that's why I wanted to get this video off before these games, is because I'm predicting that I think that they'll have a lot of issues on Monday versus Denver, especially because I'm not trying to be the person, but Mark Davis is the lead official on that. I do not think he is as honest as other officials out there when it comes to the Warriors. How about that? I'll just say that. Jonathan Kuminga is back. Jonathan Kuminga had like 18 points his first game back and looked amazing. His second game back, he looked good, in my opinion, but not great. What? See, he had like 10, 6, 5, and 5. I know. He was getting caught up. The ball wasn't moving fast enough off of him when he wasn't going to do anything with it. but that's okay. And this is why it's okay. Okay, well, we'll just go like this. I would like to see him put more pressure on opposing defenses. I would like to see him do that by faking that screen, cutting direct to the basket. I just want to see him cutting towards the basket. He can learn a little bit from GP2. GP2, if you don't know where he is, where can you find him? Kalena and friggin' Fitz, right underneath the basket. I think that's where Kuminga should roam to. So I'm saying this, that when Kuminga's sort of roaming on the court, imagine the Warriors, there's 16 seconds left on the shot clock. The Warriors haven't been running anything, and they're a little herky-jerky. They got like that against New York the other day, right? I want to see Kuminga cutting to the basket, underneath the basket. I want to see Kuminga by the basket for some easy putaways and putbacks. With everything said, I am so critical of Kuminga, and the best thing about him coming back right now, his defense has been really solid. His defense has been good with the potential to be great. A Warriors basketball team that has Jonathan Kuminga defending at a great level is going to win a championship. If he defends at a good level, they'll contend for a championship. But that's how important Kuminga's defense is to this squad. Doesn't seem like it, right? You think that he's sort of like that X factor on offense. I think he's that X factor on defense. His ability to play even with the stars of the league that's going to be his calling card. Going into the playoffs, he's a guy that could guard Luka or LeBron, and we don't want him to. We want Butler and Draymond to do that, right? But he's a guy that may have to end up doing something like that. Kuminga is a player who needs to be relied on defensively before anything else, and I actually think he's getting there. His point of attack defense was pretty decent the last few games. And the hustle is there. After the shot on defense, it is not there. So he is not chasing the ball after the shot or boxing out like I think he should. But the growth is definitely there with Jonathan Kuminga, and I love it. I love to see it. And we're really going to need that come playoffs and for this as we round the bend towards the end of the season. Quentin Post is a find. Can we talk about Quentin Post one more time? Credit to Mike Dunleavy Jr. for being able to fill in the margins of the roster. Last season, even though he wasn't super capable, it's like got Trace Jackson Davis and one of the last picks of the draft. This season, Quentin Post is a find. He can shoot. He can move on defense. He can move on offense. He sets decent screens, and he plays with effort. I love that. A 7-foot-plus player playing with that type of effort. Quentin Post, you're one of my guys. You're quickly becoming one of my guys. Also, as I think that now a lot of Dub Nation are gaining confidence in Mike Dunleavy Jr.'s ability to find players. Pat Spencer, right? Guy Santos. Quentin Post, right? Does this give the Warriors and Mike Dunleavy Jr. more confidence to go bigger in the offseason? So this is what I'm talking about, is because Mike Dunleavy Jr. has found guys like Spencer, found like Santos. He definitely gets credit for Quentin Post, right? He's 100% Quentin Post. Because he's able to do that, does that make it easier for the Warriors to give up a few, let's say, first-round draft picks for Cam Johnson? Can the Warriors essentially buy second-rounders and sort of manufacture their way to a decent bottom end to middle end of the roster? Because if they can do that, which they've shown the ability to, so, okay, it's not a question. They've shown their ability to do that. So the Warriors have shown the ability, Mike Dunleavy Jr., to fill out the bottom ends of the roster with decent players. Guy Santos, Pat Spencer, right? Quentin Post. Because he is able to do that on the routine, does that make, with lesser draft picks, does that sort of enable the Warriors to then package a couple draft picks and a salary, like say a Buddy Hield and change for Cam Johnson, for a player who may be an all-star on the Warriors. A wonderful defender, right? Those are questions to ask. And in my opinion, I think the answer is yes. I think that the Warriors, that the more high IQ, dynamic, and established players are around Steph, Dre, and Jimmy Butler, the better everybody's going to be for it. We are already seeing Moody, Pajensky, and Kuminga and Post take some leaps because of those surrounding talent. Let's up the ante. Let's get more talent, and then let's dig deeper into those margins. I believe in Mike Dunleavy Jr. Therefore, I think that they should take that swing, acquire another really good player in the offseason, a Naz Reid, right? A Cam Johnson. Stick him on that squad, fill in the margins on the bottom up. Let's see. GP2 has had a resurgence, which means that I was incorrect about it. Look, when GP2 plays, he plays. Well, excuse me. When he plays well. It's just a question of availability. And he's done a great job since mid-season on answering that question. So, great job to GP2. Here's to your health, because your game is already there, brother. Nicely done. Steve Kerr is the Warriors' most winningest coach, supplanting Al Attles at that number one spot. Congratulations to Mr. Steve Kerr. Coach, you're amazing. You're a rock star. You're a leader of men. And what you say and do off the court, the value that holds is so dynamic, and it matters. Well done, Coach. Steve Kerr, keep on being the best Steve Kerr you can be. Well done, well done, well done. Steve Kerr's the man. Happy 37th birthday to Stephen Curry, the great one, our GOAT. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Yeah, you get that. That's what happens when C-Train Station gives you the birthday rub. Happy birthday, Stephen Curry. 37. What was it, Sweet 16 for 37? Man, doesn't look above 28 years old. We love it. We absolutely love it. Are there any more notes? No. Oh, by the way, I think, just shooting it right here, I think that Steph can play so deep into his life. I think that as long as Steph can be healthy, and play defense to the point where he's not being completely exploited, I think that Steph can play well into his 40s. I would like to see Stephen Curry play well into his 40s. I think that he can win championships into his 40s. And please remember that I said that. But a couple things, one thing's going to just have to be right. Health. I think that he takes care of himself, and also I think the Warriors and their staff take care of him. That's something that's underrated. So as I close up, as I tie a bow on this and wrap it up, send the present to you, kudos to that Warriors training staff. They hold some players back. They also their minutes management, I like that. On point, and I think that it's actually starting to pay off the deeper into the season that we go. So, big games versus Denver. Big game versus Milwaukee. Hopefully we get Pajensky back tomorrow on Tuesday versus Milwaukee. Hopefully Steph can play Monday and Tuesday. Who knows? He's got that back that's tweaked. Things are looking up despite, doesn't matter if even if they lose tonight or tomorrow, things are still looking up for the Golden State Warriors. And this is one heck of a time to be watching Dubs basketball. Till the next time, I'm C-Train, and of course, you're always welcome at this station. And for your Golden State Warriors content, like, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you next time at C-Train Station. Have a good one.